Did you say your premise yet to MRG?
My premise?
A what? A what?
Yeah.
Like who I'm
You
like
don't know what a premise is?
in
A
a
what?
debate? No. Like who am I
Your
representing?
premise is basically like the layout of their argument. Like you give a premise.
Well,
I don't
Okay.
really
like
know
I
how to
know what
explain.
that is, but do we necessarily right now? Is that necessary? I know what it means, but is it necessary right now?
I mean, it'd make judging a lot more easier, but
All right.
I mean,
I have can I have more than one premise?
technically, yeah. I mean,
All right. So my
just
premise.
what?
Okay.
Why is Gump asking to join? You have perm, Gump.
All right.
You're
Okay. So can I state my premise?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right. So my premise is since Gear 2 Luffy is relative to Magellan in speed, and Crocodile is relative to Gear 2 Luffy in speed, and Magellan is greater than Blackbeard in speed, and Blackbeard is relative to Ace in speed. Gear 2 Luffy is faster than Ace, therefore Crocodile is faster than Ace. And since go is relative to Crocodile, was able to not one shot, but do significant damage to someone who was one shotting vice admirals or like doing significant damage to vice admirals. And Gear 2 is below the vice admirals. That means that Crocodile also has more power than Ace. That's my premises.
Okay, those are actually kind of good, especially the speed category. But I can still debunk it. But it's still good.
And your premises?
Okay, I'm going to share my screen. Hold up. What the fuck? Okay, fuck me. Daddy, no. You guys can see my screen, right?
Yep.
Sure.
Before, I just want to show you all the Ace has a Conqueror's Haki. Now, in here, Ace definitely had the Conqueror's Haki. Now, we all know in One Piece, Conqueror's Haki is a huge advantage in a fight.
I can't see it.
Hold up. You can see Ace is the only one like with his color eyes are blue. We clearly see that it's Ace's Conqueror's Haki.
Okay. I can't see your screen, dog. I'm not gonna lie.
Fuck.
Oh no! That's just a him thing. I can see it fine.
Okay, well then I can look at it.
And second of all,
I can't see.
Luffy and Ace are quite relatively fast with each other. They both of them can easily speed blades marine captains easily. Hold up. Now I want to show you Luffy's speed first because he does turn into speed. Gear 2 first. And in Gear 2, Luffy is able to speed blade these marine captains clearly. And that facing sucks. Same with Ace, who was able to also speed blade these fellas. These two are quite relative with each other. And Ace can be much faster if we say that he can compete with likes of Aokiji and Akainu. Like, he was able to clash with Aokiji and Akainu. And Crocodile's best attack potency, I will say, is that he may block Mihawk. Like, he blocked Mihawk, right, Veli? 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 Winnie, Willy? Yeah. You there? He does, but the thing is that... What?
There's a bug on my wall, sorry.
So, even though the Crocodile was able to block Mihawk's attack, the Mihawk in the entire saga wasn't even going all out. He was fighting people like Jozu or Vista, two characters that are definitely weaker than Ace. And he was also fighting with the Doflamingo, who's definitely weaker than the Admirals.
Is this manga only, or is this like anime and manga? What is
Both
this?
anime and manga at the same time.
Oh, okay.
Alright.
And now, both Crocodile and Ace do have Conqueror's Haki, but Conqueror's Haki does regains its strength and willpower. Now, in terms of strength, I just talked about that Ace is kind of comparable to Yonko Commander to Admirals, where it's like Crocodile is more about like a Warlord to Yonko Commander, like a different tier of power. And in terms of willpower, we all can agree on that Ace has more willpower into him.
Yeah, all right. Okay, so you want to keep going, or can I say some stuff about your claim?
Sure.
Okay, so about the Doflamingo thing, I think you said that Doflamingo is way weaker than Ace, right?
Well, I didn't say way weaker than Ace, but weaker than Admirals.
Oh, weaker than Admirals. Okay, I got it wrong. It was Jozu. You said who was weaker than
Ace.
Yeah. Okay. So Jozu in this Viver card, actually, hold on, give me a second. My Wi-Fi is being slow. The images are not loading. All right. So, dang, bro. Wait. Let me change my Wi-Fi real quick.
But didn't Jozu got his ass cooked by RPG, whereas Ace was holding his own against, like doing pretty fine against RPG.
Okay, connected to my other Wi-Fi. All right. So in this Viver card, it said that still loading. That's weird. It said that Jozu's speed is unparalleled. Now this obviously is a Viver card, so it's gonna exaggerate, but this shows that Jozu is pretty fast. And in the manga, right?
Yeah.
Jozu is shown to almost like speed blitz Crocodile. But Crocodile does notice it, but Jozu is shown to speed blitz Crocodile. So first of all, let's get that straight. That let me show Crocodile.
But that doesn't mean Jozu is faster than Ace, and Jozu got speed blitzed by RPG, whereas speed like Ace was kind of comparable to RPG.
Oh, but my argument against that is that against Aokiji, like Ace versus Aokiji, okay, they clashed, but just because you clash with someone doesn't mean you're on the same level. Because okay, like over here, Ace and Blackbeard, they clashed, but Blackbeard won that exchange. We know that, and they were like,
it was close fight though.
Yeah, I guess you could say it was close. We don't know what we don't know the difficulty.
Boruto took enough damage. We all know that. We seen the fight.
Yeah,
Boruto
damages. But Blackbeard does say that he absorbs twice the pain, and many times in the series he's shown to fight recklessly and get hurt a lot, like how he fought against Law.
Huh? Hold on, before you guys keep going, there is a scans chat. You don't need to put scans in debate. You can put it in scans.
All right.
Yeah. Resume.
So, anyways, I'll just repost them there. But over here, they clashed. We know. Okay, you could say it was an extreme diff fight, but the end of the end of the day, just because you clash with someone doesn't mean you're stronger, or you guess you can be relative, but you can still be weaker than someone in class.
Yeah, exactly. But being relative to Aokiji is still being greater than relative to the Flamingo.
I guess you could say that, but my opposition to that is that was an elemental exchange. Fire burned, and fire the natural temperature of fire is enough to burn most of ice. So I think Ace burning Aokiji's iceberg isn't actually showing that he's relative to him, because even clear Ace versus Smoker at this point of the story, Ace should be stronger than Smoker. He is regarded as a Whitebeard division captain, but they didn't really fight each other beyond that because their Devil Fruits did not they couldn't fight with the Devil Fruits. It was the elements.
We're only talking about Alabasta Sega. If we're talking about Alabasta Sega, Crocodile lost to you know what I'm talking about. Alabasta Crocodile lost to. So yeah, it's kind of like a pre-time skip issue is going on. So, and I want to say, I just want to say, two characters relative to Ace, who are Jinbei and Marco, who are really comparable to Ace, was able to also clash with Akainu.
Oh, about Marco's speed, Crocodile has shown that he can be around he can be, around Marco's speed. Hold up,
And yet he's still getting kind of slightly slower than Gear 2 Luffy.
Slightly slower. How is Crocodile
Yeah.
slightly slower to Luffy?
Because Luffy was way far away. The distance between Luffy was way far away than Whitebeard.
Oh, Crocodile just wasn't on guard, but he still reacted to that attack.
Oh god, he was like his fastest. He's trying to kill the strongest man on the earth. Why would he wouldn't go fast as he can?
Yeah, he was obviously going as fast as he can, but he wasn't on guard for Luffy, so that's why he didn't. You know what I'm trying to say.
But the speed can still at the at least travel speed. We see that Luffy was slightly faster. Although it's maybe more of a shonen anime like dashing system, but still.
Yeah, but even then, after that, Crocodile didn't show damage. Obviously, Luffy was just trying to push him away. But I don't know. You can't really go there and definitively say that Crocodile is slower than Luffy from that exchange, or that Luffy is even as fast as Crocodile, because they were in pretty similar locations. And then they both came and kind of similar.
Comparable, somehow.
What do you say?
Yeah, both was comparable within speed in that during time with Gear 2.
Yeah. All right, so if you look at the scan I just posted, right here, Crocodile and Dofi, they show relativity, and then down here, when Marco was going to go to the platform to get Ace, Crocodile actually got there first before Marco. He even says, "Oh, I missed my chance," referring to going to the platform and getting Ace. So you can say that Crocodile's his sand attacks, which he can turn himself into, are around Marco's speed from that.
We kind of missed the context of this chapter. The Ace was kind of no, not Ace. What the fuck? Marco was kind of occupied there.
Is he occupied?
Yep, he was occupied. That's kind of out of context moment here.
Is he? I mean, he's just standing up there. I don't see him fighting anyone up there.
Not just the panel, the entire chapter. Well, not exactly chapter, but even the entire episode, even.
Can you show me where he's being occupied? I do not see any evidence for him being occupied.
Holy shit! I have to fucking search it up, I guess.
All right, it's fine by me.
Yeah, and also that's still not stopping the fact that Ace still has a higher AP than Crocodile right now.
And how would you argue that?
Oh my god, he was relative to likes of Ace. Fuck is wrong with me? It was relative to Aokiji and Akainu.
Like I said earlier about the Aokiji thing, that is likely just an elemental exchange.
And what about Marco and Jinbei?
Marco and Jinbei? How do you are you trying to say that Ace is relative to Marco in speed?
No, in terms of AP, and yes, he might be relative to it.
All right, and how do you support that?
First of all, we all know that we know Ace and Jinbei is kind of comparable with each other, both in current time and their backstory.
Yeah.
Jinbei was also able to hold his own against a freaking Akainu. Ace was able to hold his own against Akainu. Marco was able to hold his own.
You cut out.
Fuck. So basically, from the start, Jinbei was able to hold against his Akainu. Same with Ace, who was also able to hold this against Akainu. Marco was doing better than Jinbei and Ace, but he was still holding back again. Holding pretty well against the Akainu.
Okay, my issue with the Akainu and Jinbei thing is that yet again, you can
It's not really elemental issue. It's like dry karate fish. It's like a.
Try not to cut him off.
Okay.
No, I'm talking to MRG because he cut you off. You can continue.
Wait. Okay, so can I speak?
Yeah, you can continue. I was telling him to not cut you off like that.
Okay, it's fine. But The thing about Jinbei and Akainu is that Jinbei blocked the attack, but the attack wasn't meant for, Jinbei. It was meant for Luffy. And a lot of times in the series, whenever an attack is meant for someone but someone else intercepts it, it's a lot easier for that other person to intercept it because, that attack wasn't meant for them. So I wouldn't really say that proves that Jinbei is able to hold his own against Akainu.
I think that's only works for Sword Slash is not exactly every attack in the series.
I know, but even in Dressrosa, Luffy versus not Luffy, when Doflamingo is about to step on a law, Luffy interrupts, and Luffy isn't small by any chance. Luffy can see him, so the attack wasn't meant for Luffy. Therefore, he could block it way
but
easier.
Luffy was kind of relative to before Awakened Doflamingo. He was kind of comparable. He was pretty doing well against Doflamingo.
Base Luffy?
Yeah, he was doing pretty good.
He was, but still, the attack wasn't meant for Luffy. Therefore, it was a little bit easier for him to dodge it. And even like you said earlier, Crocodile versus Mihawk, Crocodile blocked it. The attack wasn't meant for him. And even before that, Mr. One versus Crocodile. Mr. One blocked it. The attack wasn't meant for him, and then he instantly gets one shot by Mihawk, literally right after. So,
but that's only when we see only in the swordsman's sword slash. It's not physical attacks most of the time. And the Doflamingo part was that it was Doflamingo was Luffy was somewhat comparable to before Awakened Doflamingo, although he was definitely weaker, but still comparable.
I guess you can say that. But still, I don't know how you can prove that it's only for sword slashes and not for physical attacks. Because everything I said, I don't really see why sword slashes would be the exception.
And also, didn't Akainu was pushing pressuring against Jinbei, didn't it?
Akainu was pressuring.
Yeah, it wasn't just one time clash. No, it was straight up pressure. Can I
see a panel of that happening? I only remember Akainu punching to Jinbei and the punch not connecting to Luffy. So can I see a scan of that?
It wasn't connected to Luffy. Akainu was pressuring it against Jinbei.
Oh, yeah, that's why Jinbei's hand burns on fire.
Yeah.
And now he says after he's willing to die. And even then, just because you can block an attack from someone, that doesn't really show extreme not extreme. That doesn't really show relativity. An impel down. Hold up, let me watch this clip. Let me watch the clip that you were talking about. Unless if you want to stream it to show it in a little bit faster. Okay, so I'm watching the clip right now. Akainu is powering up the punch.
Yeah, it's kind of cuts the Whitebeard and the Kitaro awkward facing.
That's kind of fun. Okay, Akainu punches and then Jinbei jumps. And then Akainu keeps his fist there. Even there, I wouldn't really say Jinbei is being relative to Akainu there. He's literally saying, if I burn to save Ace or die or give my life away, I'm willing to do that. Even if Akainu is literally pressing that Magma Punch, Jinbei's having trouble. He jumps out of the way too after that, right?
Yep.
Yeah, so that's not really relativity. And even then, yeah, it's not relative.
It's able to block something. Well, not exactly. It's less than relativity, but still better than any feats that are done by Crocodile during this time.
Okay, but Crocodile, like I said earlier, Crocodile's speed and power, from not side scaling, chain scaling with other characters, we can tell that Crocodile's power is enough to be on that, not on that level, but around that level, his speed. Like I said earlier, Luffy's speed. Let me reinstate my premise. What was it premise? Yeah. Let me reinstate my premise. Crocodile. I'm not Crocodile. Gear 2 Luffy's speed is enough to react to Magellan and his Hydras. Blackbeard's speed isn't. So the verdict from that is that Gear 2 Luffy speed is above Magellan's speed, and then hold up. There's another bug on my wall.
Okay, I gotta can I actually debunk? I know what you're about to say, and and Blackbeard is equal to Ace. That means Ace is slower than Crocodile. You said it earlier, but I have to say two things first. Two things. One. Blackbeard got off-guarded. He got surprise attacked by it. Two. We know Shiryu is comparable to Megalon. And Shiryu is comparable, or at least weaker than Blackbeard in that certain amount of time. He was the right hand of Blackbeard during that time, and he's comparable to Megalon.
He was the right hand to Blackbeard at that time, or in the time skip, because
at that time, I don't know. He was actually the second strongest in there, only behind Blackbeard.
I mean, can you say that he was okay, if you want to say he's stronger than Blackbeard because he's relative to Magellan and Magellan is stronger than Blackbeard, then I understand.
He got off-guarded.
You're saying that Blackbeard got off-guarded by...
Not off-guarded, but surprise attacked. Surprise attack. Yes.
Even if he got surprise attacked, even if he didn't, which, I wouldn't really say it's a surprise attack. It's right in front of him. He could have reacted, but, he's not fast enough to. Even if... What was I saying? Even if it was a surprise attack, that's it still shows that you can't dodge it. Not even if it was a surprise attack. My bad, that doesn't make any sense. You still can't dodge it. Even if it's not a surprise attack, according to your logic. You still couldn't dodge the attack. Meanwhile, Luffy could. And even when Gear 2 Luffy versus that squabble in Impel Down, Gear 2 Luffy versus Blackbeard, Luffy jumped up in Blackbeard's face, and Blackbeard could not react to that. Couldn't react to that punch.
And yet he also beat Luffy few seconds ago. Few seconds later.
Yeah, you pulled with the Black Vortex. Luffy couldn't react to that, and he slammed him to the ground. Black Vortex, limits your speed, so I'm not surprised about that. But
And second of all, Ace was kinda was able to react to, again, Adam Ralphs. And even weaker characters like Jozu was able to react to, like you said, was able to react to a, Mihawk's cut that was supposed to cut through Whitebeard.
Okay, that cut, even in the anime, the speed of that cut isn't really emphasized. We don't know if that's an extremely fast cut or not. It probably isn't. But even if it was extremely fast, Jozu gets in the way and, intercepts it. And like I said earlier, like you said earlier, so not like you said, like I said earlier, if an attack isn't meant for you in One Piece, it probably isn't gonna do as much damage. Mr. One versus Mihawk, and then Jozu versus the giant sword slash. And even in the anime, he's shown to struggle against that. So I just wanted to throw that out.
That has nothing to do with what I said, but again, like I said, Ace was able to somewhat react to Admirals, like I said, which I don't know if we can compare to that, nor even Crocodile.
The only two exchanges that Ace has against Admirals, like you said, when Kuzan does the Ice Pheasant versus Ace's Fire Fist, I think that, like I said earlier, that is an elemental exchange.
What the fuck? We're talking about speed here, not attack policy. We're talking about speed, able to react.
I know, but
you guys are on speed, so focus
on
that.
And even if it's elemental, still
you guys are doing your speed arguments, or who even started? I'm pretty sure Vito's supposed to be scaling.
Veli started.
Refrain from scaling your character's speed. VL gave his premise first, so he's scaling speed. We don't care about the speed of anyone else's character. Just scale your speed.
I couldn't hear you properly. You said we don't care about the speed? Is that what you said?
No, I said don't worry about his character's speed. Try to focus only on your character's speed because it's your premise, your character.
Alright.
It should only fall under your character. Don't worry about his. He'll get to his speed scaling.
Alright. So can I talk?
Yes.
Alright, so as said earlier, this is related to my character, by the way. It sounds a little far-fetched. But Jozu is, not Jozu. Like I said earlier, sorry. I was a little bit lost.
Do you need me to restate your premise, or?
No, I'm fine. But Crocodile's speed is shown to be relative to Doflamingo, and in this arc, it is people usually say that the admirals are like holding back. I guess you could say that in like certain like cases when they're in the plaza and stuff. But Doflamingo's speed can be compared to these like higher level admirals. Not higher level admirals. What am I talking about? But Crocodile's speed is at the minimum better than Gear 2 Luffy's. Like I said earlier, he reacted to the Gear 2 Luffy kicking at him when he was gonna get Whitebeard. That's shown to be relative to him, and also as I said earlier, his sand attack was able to go up to the platform and not free ace, but like knock down the soldiers before Marco was able to. When he said, I missed my chance. That was referring to him like wanting to go to the platform. So his sand attacks can put him above Marco's speed, and he's shown relativity to Doflamingo's speed. And Doflamingo is fast enough to stop Jozu. So even though Jozu got sneaked, we don't know if Jozu can like break out of that or anything, because like Gear 4 Luffy, if I'm correct, was able to break out of Doflamingo's strings and the Dressrosa arc. So we don't know if Jozu can break out of that strings or not. But like Doflamingo's speed is maybe relative to Doflamingo's speed is like maybe relative to Jozu, and Crocodile's showing relativity to Doflamingo, so there's that. And like I said earlier, Jozu speed was Crocodile, but Crocodile wasn't really paying attention, and at the minimum was able to like look and notice Jozu was there. So all right, I'm done. You can talk.
If you're talking about pre-time skip Crocodile to post-time skip Doflamingo, I just want to say Ace was able to compare to Yamato, who we all can agree Yamato can one-shot or even speed blades Doflamingo. Let's just say that.
Okay. My argument for that is that Yamato had the Seasong cuffs on and didn't use her hybrid form, and we don't see any Haki, any ACOG from that. So, Yamato maybe was holding back or was significantly nerfed from class.
With Doflamingo, it was like 2 years ago. 2 years of difference. Same thing with Croc. The same thing with Doflamingo.
What do you say?
Same thing with Doflamingo. We're talking about post-time skip to like pre-time skip character comparison right now.
Oh yeah, but I was just talking about like if anyone can break out like Doflamingo strings, regardless if it was post or pre-time skip, they can be broken from. We've shown in the post.
What broken I did? Wait, huh? No, what broken said? I kind of missed the part where you said what broken again?
Like Gear 2 Luffy, if I'm correct, he broke out of Doflamingo's strings, right?
Yeah.
In the post time skip, I don't see why that wouldn't be something that could happen in the pre time skip.
Are you kidding me? No Haki Luffy and no that's not. I don't think that's how it's going to happen.
Oh no, I'm not talking about Luffy in particular. I'm talking about anyone caught up by Doflamingo strings. Who's to say they can't break out of that? If they're strong enough.
Depends on the power, depends on the Haki.
What do you say?
Depends on the power, depends on the Haki, I guess.
Yeah, so people have the ability to break out of that. Jozu didn't show the ability to break out of that, So, it can be assumed that, Doflamingo's power was, at least stronger than Jozu. And Jozu's, speed is at least Crocodile can at least react to Jozu's speed, so that can put Crocodile above or relative to Jozu's speed, because Doflamingo is on top of Crocodile. He like stopped him. That can show that he might be above Jozu or like relative to him, and Crocodile has shown relativity to Doflamingo in the arc. So there's that. Jozu is not Jozu. Doflamingo is relative to Crocodile, and Doflamingo is relative to or above Jozu. So there's that.
And Jozu is below Ace.
Like I said, you can't really prove that in the thing because
I mean, do you accept the speed skill though?
Yonko Commander ranking system. Did you forget about that?
The Yonko command, the Whitebeard Pirates are not ranked. They're not ranked based on strength. Ace took the empty spot because.
Hold on. I don't care about this. Give me a second. Do you agree to the speed skill that he just gave for, what was it, Doflamingo to Jozu?
Kinda, but the problem is that, yeah, actually, you know what, let's fuck with it. I can still debug it.
You both agree on your speed scaling?
Yes.
Yeah.
So do you have any more to say about your speed, VO? Or are you done?
No, not really.
Okay.
Actually, I have one more thing to say.
Oh.
Doflamingo is above Oars. It was, Oars is strong enough to one-shot the giant Vice Admirals. I'll just say that.
Is that relevant to the speed?
No.
But it's relevant to the power, which I might bring up.
Yeah, that's a whole different, category. That's why I said just the speed skill is done. Okay. Now it's your turn. You can do your speed skill in MRG.
Okay. Actually, you still didn't defunct mine. I just said all of it. You still didn't defunct it yet, actually. All my speed feats are actually done now.
What are your speed arguments for Ace?
One, he was comparable to the Admirals. 2, he's somewhat speed relative to Ace in Marco. 3, it's easy to defunct it, but Ace was able to fight with Yamato, although the Yamato is probably weaker and inexperienced.
Does VO have anything to say about this? Or is
Do I have anything to say?
Yeah, are you fine with the speed scaling you just gave?
Well, okay, that Yamato had, Sea Stone Cuffs, didn't use her hybrid form, which she used against Kaido, which you can assume that she was, trying to go, all out against Kaido. She wasn't in her hybrid form. She had Sea Stone Cuffs, and we don't see any ACOG or, even... We can't tell if it's, she's probably using Hockey. Well, and Ace probably is, too, because, it was confirmed that he can use Hockey in the written novel.
In the novels, Ace story, right?
Yes, not the Bochi one. That one isn't canon.
Yeah,
but
the episode A, if I remember correctly.
Yeah. So yeah, that isn't really a good showing. That Yamato isn't scalable. That is way below the Yamato that fought Kaido, let alone the Yamato that fought Luffy or the one that speed blitzed ulti. So there's that.
But here's the thing. Okay, now I know that version of Yamato is not going to compare to the current version of Yamato, but Yamato with C Cup was still able to one shot. Well, not one shot, speed blitz, ulti. I just want to see, even with Sea Salt, even with that hand cup, she was still do that. And second of all, yes, and Ace is still comparable to Admiral still. Kinda comparable, and the other Jinbei and Marco. Kinda comparable.
To that, he's relative to the Admirals in speed.
Well, kind of, and he's really comparable to Jinbei.
VO if he has any contention. It's not my place to argue.
Yet again, I disagree with the Ace being relative to the Admirals. I know you said it multiple times with the Kuzan, him reacting to Kuzan, I'll give him that. That is a good feat on his hand because he saw Kuzan, he saw the attack coming out, he reacted to that. So you can say he's relative in speed to Kuzan, right? But
he was able to react to Akainu too.
He was able to react to an Akainu punch too, right? But just because you can react to attack doesn't mean you can match that power. That's all I'm saying.
Okay.
We're talking about speed, not power. We're talking about speed.
All right, yeah. Or that's
You're fine with the speed.
yes.
Okay, we're past speed. That's actually pretty good timing. Most people take an hour on speed alone. Okay. So now we can go to AP, which I know y'all been itching to do.
Tech potency. Sometimes people call that tech power.
Who wants to start?
You can start, Merch.
Oh, me?
Yeah.
Okay, so first of all, even though we talked about tech potency earlier, now we have to repeat the whole thing again.
Alright.
So first of all, both Ace was able to somewhat clash with Kano and Aokiji, although there is elemental there, but that still doesn't stopping that Ace was somewhat comparable to Kano in certain point, and people like comparable to Ace like Jinbei and Marco was also able to like clash with Kano, although they were definitely weaker. Also, like Ace was powerful enough to be could have been in the Warlord level.
Mm-hmm.
And what was I saying? Fuck, I forget. Although, okay, you can go, because I forget some of my feats. Although I have to look it in my fucking research.
Okay, so you said that Ace was able to, match the power of some of the animals, right?
Bless you,
Yeah.
bless you.
Thank you.
Alright, so my objection to that is that, okay, Ace versus Aokiji, that's an elemental dispute. Ace versus Akainu, Ace gets his hand burned and he's like screaming in pain versus Akainu when he like clashes with him, right? And then immediately after that, we all know Ace dies, funny little meme. And then after that, Jinbei, blocks an Akainu attack like you said earlier. But Jinbei was also in pain here. And then later on, we see Akainu literally punching through Jinbei. So you can't really say that Ace's AP, matches an
I didn't
admiral
say
like.
match comparable.
So what do you say about the
Comparable, not match comparable.
comparable?
Yeah.
You can't really prove that Ace's, AP is comparable when both of his exchanges with admirals were elemental disputes.
He didn't got like fucking one-shotted. He did got one-shotted by, a little bit certain, but that was kind of, off-guarded or had like necessary moment.
Yeah. He did get one-shotted, but still. It's shown many times, even in Impelled Down, when Ivankov, blocks one of Magellan's like poison fists, he blocks it at first, but no, later on, Ivankov is completely like on the floor. Even in Marineford, Ivankov tries to block one of Akainu's fists. He blocks it at first, but then he's on the ground. You can see it later. Let me see if I have the scan on hand. Hold up. But like on the floor, so stopping his punch, like stopping Akainu's punch at first, isn't that great of a feat, and you can't really show relativity in AP from that, because multiple characters who do that end up severely injured afterwards.
But they still can like comparable, like brother, they're not getting like their arms not getting that much destroyed, and we seen that Ace was like able to like hold his own against, which is somewhat comparable.
Hold his own against Kainu or Aokiji?
Well, Aokiji is probably elemental, but also even though it's elemental, it's still somewhat like shown to be great attack potency. And I can't say his arm did hurt, but still that's impressive feat. Like any of the there's no crocodile feats that are maybe other than, I don't even know current crocodiles comparable to admirals.
Okay. Well, like I said earlier, both disputes were elemental, and you can't really say that that's comparable, since both of them are in massive pain after taking that attack.
They both have hakis. Admirals have hakis.
I know, but Ace's hand was burning. Your hand can't really it was burning from the lava, not from Akainu's haki, which he was probably using, but not from Akainu's haki. It was burning from the lava, so we can't really say anything about Ace's AP there due to the elemental dispute.
Okay, in terms of elemental dispute, Lao is much harder than Ace's fire. Let's just say that. So I think that's more of a Ace feats than now Akainu feat now.
It's more of an ace feat than a Kainu feat, and how?
Since the lava is harder than the fire.
Yeah, and how does that benefit? And how does that show that as in like an ace feat?
Because in terms of elemental, that's more like that's more challenge for Ace, like you said. Ace was compared to Aokiji because Aokiji is kind of holding back by its elemental power, and for that Ace when it clash with Akainu, Akainu is lava and Ace is fire. That means lava is harder than fire. That means the Ace is held back by its elemental condition.
Okay, but even there, is Akainu like hurt from the clash? I don't think he was hurt from the clash. Like, it doesn't seem like Ace was really doing anything to him. It was like more like he was holding him back, just like how Jinbei did. But it was shown later that Jinbei got like punched through by Akainu. So
that's still somewhat of a like clashing power. That is, brother, these two were able to energy compulsor, or what it's called again. Like, brother, like you're just hold up. What should I say?
Yeah, seems you two are getting more caught up on the word of relativity. So do you want to like establish what you mean by relativity? By definition.
Okay, you know what? I will just give you all the scene, the fucking clashing scene, I guess. We can see the scene, and Ace, like their clash was able to shown to be like stopped in the middle. Hold up, is it at scan? Yeah, it is. Well, I'm gonna just choose the specific. Okay. Just do second 26 or 27. Like skip to second 26 or 27. You can see Ace is like able to wasn't able to moving around. He was able to took the punch there. Somewhat showing there's somewhat power relative between each other. If there weren't really that much relative to each other, like straight up one huge power difference, Ace would have just gone was sent to the clouds or something, went to the Superman, flying around.
Yeah, but after that clash, Ace flies.
Oh, not that much. And Ace was able to stop. Now I'm saying that Ace was able to stop the attack there few seconds, which showing there's some relativity into it.
Yeah, for a few seconds, but he was.
And again, Ace has the elemental nerf here because Akainu's elemental is like lava. Lava is harder than fire.
Hold on, because this is gonna go in circles. Rio, do you agree there's some sort of relativity? Do you think there's any level of relativity?
No, I don't think there's relativity there.
Fuck you.
Okay, then we're gonna have to sit here and establish a definition for relativity. Because
wait, we need a judge. We need an actual person who can approve this right now.
Okay, again, do you guys want to establish a definition?
Okay, can I go first?
Okay, this one is correct and this one is not wrong. We need that type of person right now, like a judge. Although you're kind of different judge. Your role was set rules of a judge.
This should have been set up by you guys beforehand. This is not really my fault. But the best you can do from here is you guys are getting stuck on the relativity point. So, do you guys have any definition of relativity you guys can agree on? Is Google fine?
Yeah, I can. Okay, so if an attack is meant for someone, if an attack from person A is meant for person B, an attack from person B is meant for person A, and they clash, and then immediately after, both of them are either pushed back an equal distance, or both of them are or the clash is just stopped there. That is relativity right there. If an attack for person B, coming from person A, punches person B, and person B blocks it for a few seconds, and then flies off, that is not relativity.
Oh, okay. No.
Okay, that's a weird way to say. You're saying so. Wait, so you're saying Goku and in the first in the first fight, you're saying that Goku is like, whoa, fuck, like not relative, like Kaioken Core Goku
You're
is not
comparing two
relative.
different theories.
Yeah, it's a
can't-
But
different
again,
verse.
it makes sense, but
That's
like
a-
that doesn't make
But again, that's not what establishing a definition means. You guys need to choose. Do you guys just agree on the Google definition of relativity? Like, it's not that hard.
hold on, that's not even is that even Google like Google version? I have to see it.
I already put up my definition for relativity, like relative in strength, or like attack relativity, like the attacks flash.
No. There
One
needs
gets
to be
struck back.
like a source of the, definition. God. Okay, so I'm just gonna ask again. Can you guys just agree on the definition that Google gives for what relativity is? Or what relativity
One
means?
person entirely has relation to another is often used to calculate an actual relation, which is take that.
Okay, Merge, what's your definition of relativity? Let me hear it. Or like, if you want to, just pull up the Google definition for relativity.
Hold on, I'm looking for it.
Oh my.
And another thing is that Crocodile doesn't have any feats that's at least or even comparable to Admiral's right now. Like he wasn't like there's no feats for him. He was only able to clash with Doflamingo and only able to clash with Mihawk was only able to fight with Wista at the moment. He couldn't go all out.
That's not. Anyway.
Wait, what?
Hold on, I'm gonna put this in general, right? You two look at it. Can you both agree on this definition?
Hold on, let me.
Considered in relation and proportion to something else.
Oh my god, how many people chatted here? And considers power a proportion of something else. Relative effectiveness of various mechanisms. No.
Don't worry about the second definition. That's a more.
Considering
More,
relationship in
Okay,
proportion to something.
I can agree to that.
Say.
Okay. Do you agree to that, MRG? The first.
Kinda.
I mean, okay.
Is that
I'm gonna just be real.
Oh, that's the
By your
fault. Oh,
guys' established, by your guys' own established definition of relativity, Ace would be like relative to him from the Clash.
yeah, somewhat. Yeah,
Because
somewhat comparable. Not equal, but somewhat comparable. Percentage-wise, at
he's
least.
still he's still putting a considerable amount in proportion to what Akano is doing. He's not like getting obliterated by the punch.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Thank you. Thank you.
So
Thank you. I'll
we
give
can
you
just
a
move
hint
on
next
from
time.
that point if you don't have another
Yes.
argument against it.
Also, I have to say one thing, and if we talk about the elemental clash, like Akino got the upper hand. Like I said, lava is harder than fire, and that's why Ace is burning.
Okay. But Ace got pushed back like a distance, right?
Yeah, but we seen second there they were able to match power, and fun fact, the energy is equal, just the pressure is different. There's a pressure, like, pascals and or pounds square inches, right? They're two different like measurement for two different things.
So did Akainu's lava have more pressure? Because lava doesn't jut out; it's a liquid.
No, lava is more harder than lava is like more warm or harder than fire. That's why Ace's hand was burning. And yes, Akeno did overpower Ace, but like he said, there was a relative power there. So yeah, in terms of again, it seems like now AP is now on the Ace's hand now.
Okay.
It seems like I don't know. He said he's agreeing on me right now. Like the judges are agreeing on me. So I guess AP is comparing to be Ace is comparable to Akenu now, somewhat.
I don't fully agree with that. Like I said,
Too bad, lads. Too bad. Judge said it, so you can't do anything. Too bad.
Okay, again,
All right, bud.
I'm gonna just say this, right? According by the own definition you just agreed to, Ace is putting out relativity. He's putting out a
The energy is
proportion
equal.
or he's putting out an amount of power in relation or proportion to even clash with him and hold it. Like that requires some kind of relativity by definition. It doesn't have to be like high relativity. You could say it's like low
exactly.
relativity, but it is relative by definition, bro. Please just get off this.
Yeah, low relativity. Okay.
And
Okay.
again, in terms of speed category, we agreed that Ace was like somewhat able to react to
We're
RPG.
past speed, so it doesn't really matter.
Yeah, and Ace got the speed.
Okay, so you guys can both agree on low relativity. Is that fine? Or do you have more to say?
Well, yes. I mean, that's what the meaning of it. Relativity. There's like equal or matching power. Like there's also different terms than relativity, but still they're like. Okay, what am I even talking about? What the hell is wrong with me? What happened to me?
Okay, well, Veli, do you agree on low relativity?
Too bad. Judge said it.
I mean, I can't make him agree to anything.
All right.
He could try to make another counter.
Low. Okay, that's low relativity right there. We can say it's a very low relativity because Jinbei did the same. Jinbei did the same thing, but the attack wasn't meant for him, and he gets knocked back.
But the attack was meant for Ace. But the attack was meant for Ace. Like when they're first climbed.
No, I'm talking about like Jinbei. Like when Jinbei did the same thing, right?
Yeah.
Let me show you. And right here. Okay, let me show you the panel. Okay, this is the panel when Jinbei blocks it. When he does the same thing.
I showed the scene. I showed the whole anime scene in the. Okay, never mind.
Yeah, I just want to show this though. So when Jinbei blocks it, just like Ace, his hands in pain.
So, by the way, I forgot to mention this. Gohan was supposed to mention it, but there is a time limit on these debates. Y'all got until 12 a.m. to finish this.
12 a.m.
So try to get your AP done. Try to get whatever else you want to get out done. Because once it hits 12 a.m., I'm just judging. I'm just judging based on what you guys did.
All right.
So continue.
Tech power. Yeah, some people call it tech power.
So over here, Akainu, burns Jinbei. The attack wasn't meant for him. You could say it's low relativity for a couple seconds, but still, it's still gonna hurt. It still hurt Jinbei at the end of the day. And even over here, up in the sky, when Akainu goes up to them, Jinbei tries to, they're actually in a 1v1. Jinbei tries to punch him. Jinbei is showing relativity to Ace. It's not a clash here. Jinbei tries to punch him. Akainu just forms his body around the punch and then, puts a big ass hole in Jinbei's shoulder in the sky. I don't know if I have that panel on deck, but yeah, he puts that big ass hole in Jinbei's shoulder in the sky after that.
So you're saying Jinbei is much weaker than Ace now because the attack was made for Luffy, amount of Luffy can take. And you're saying Jinbei is weaker than Ace now.
How?
You just said the attack was not meant for Jinbei.
No, the attack was meant for Jinbei. He's up in the sky. Ace, not Ace. Akainu's over there at Jinbei. He's about to punch him in the right square in the shoulder, right? Jinbei punches Akainu. Akainu forms his body around that punch, and then the punch, connects and hits through Jinbei's shoulder. And you get the panel of Jinbei hitting through his shoulder.
And yet, what does that have to do with it again?
Because you said
Akainu, by the way, or you passed.
What do you say?
Y'all are past Akainu, right?
Yeah, we just talked about attack potency now.
No, let me finish my point. Hold up. I just gotta show Jinbei, getting punched by Akainu in the sky.
I'm not gonna lie, that's not relative. That's
and again, there's no reason to say that Crocodile is comparable to
that's absolutely not even close to relativity. But the thing is, you said earlier that Jinbei can be proven relative to Ace. So even here, it's not Jinbei doesn't just stand a chance against Akainu at all. And you can say, oh, because he's not near water or this or that. Jinbei's speed is not enough for Akainu's speed. Jinbei's power is not enough for Akainu's power. Like over here, Jinbei has like no holding above him in this exchange. So I just want to say that. And we agreed earlier that Jinbei and Ace are relative. So I'll just throw that out there.
Okay, if I remember correctly, hold up, let me show you one thing real quick. Do you remember when first Zara and Luffy fight? Like the first one, like the
not really. Show me some panels and explain the context.
Panels. I was about to show you the anime scene.
All right.
Now, in this scene, we see that Luffy used a pistol and Zara used this tornado, and they like send each other to fly. And you're saying Zara and Luffy are not relative in this scene? But is this the scene? Because is this showing the full scene actually? Oh no, fuck. That doesn't show the full fight. Fuck.
Can I ask what point that you're trying to attack right now, VL or Veli?
Yeah, it's Veli, and the point I'm trying to attack is that even if Ace clashed with Akainu right there, that you can say that they're like fists each other right there, relative, but Akainu has like other stats that prove that he's like way above Ace in terms of just like everything, like right here,
does MRG even disagree with that? Do you think that Akainu just outstats him in other things?
Okay, well, like if you don't agree, then watch that fight and like Luffy pistols like Gomu the pistols like Zara, and he kind of get flied away. In that case, then Luffy and Zara is not relative during that time. Then.
So where's the timestamp for the Gomu no pistol?
Fuck, my bad, lad. It's at the 1 minute 5 second, around that.
My God, wait. So do y'all just agree that it's low relative, but you're like trying to argue about like?
Yeah, no, I agreed on it. It's just Veli's not agreeing on it. I agree on it.
He can't not agree on it. That'd be backtracking.
Yeah, the clash is low relative, but even if it's low relative, it doesn't mean that Ace is like, it's just the clash. It's not his Ace himself. It's not the power. Akainu is still obviously like powerful than Ace.
Not my.
Yeah, I know, but again, that doesn't mean Crocodile is going to compare to it, nor even let alone Ace right now.
Okay, bro. For all the people in here, bro, I just want to make sure I'm not tripping. Does that just not make sense or what? I'm so confused. What do you mean? You're saying that? Okay. You know what, bro? It's not my place. That's for him to like counter.
Honey.
Bro, bro. Please tag him, bro.
Oh, it's his son. Hello, it's my son. Pre.
Yeah, Veli won. Veli just lost.
No, you can't do that.
We're not done, bro. As much as
No, you won, bro. You won, bro.
Okay, the only thing that Crocodile has advantage on Ace is the elemental, because certain amount of sand can put down the fire. I can agree on that.
Ignore the other pre, bro. I'm the superior one.
I mean, you have more ease in it, so I guess so.
Yeah, in a fight, Ace versus Crocodile, certain amount of sand can, put out fire. And,
Can you save that for your side of the argument?
No, I'm not done. Like, certain amount of sand can put out fire. We haven't seen them clash, so we don't know, like, if Crocodile's just, like, way more, like...
That's one thing about the power. That's where the power is.
You're doing the scaling phase. You can't do that.
I'm not gonna do a scaling chain. I'm just saying, like, we don't know, like, Crocodile's other stats that can, like compare to Ace. But I'm gonna bring it up.
Bro, just save it for your scale again. Anyways, y'all already agreeing on low relative, so
yes, we did. Holy fuck me.
But like, I get what you're saying. I get what Veli is saying.
I'm agreeing on it. Veli's not agreeing on it.
Okay, I think where you guys are like at a roadblock is Veli. I don't think he's saying that like Ace is relative to what's his name, Akainu, and every other stat. He's strictly talking about the clash in the AP, and that it would hold low relativity in that.
Yes.
He's scaling AP. The rest of the stats don't matter.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So since y'all agree, we can move on. Do you have any more AP scaling for him? I'm
Like
not.
talking about AP scaling for Crocodile, no more defunking Ace, just like AP scaling for like Crocodile now. He's saying
I
that.
mean, do you have any more scaling for Ace? That is your character.
Honestly, that's it. Like that's the best feat. Like Ace doesn't have that
Alright,
much
so
screen time,
just low relativity to a kind.
and somewhat about PG.
Do you agree on that, Veli?
The Aokiji one, I think we already went. Like you can like compare to Aokiji's like
Even
speed.
if it's elemental, like I said, Akainu and the Ace's elemental clash, that Akainu had the advantage due to being a much harder.
Yeah, but
Like I don't think like. Yeah.
Ice is like way colder than like fire. Like, so you can say that he's like low relative to that because ice is way.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, you can say low relativity to Kuzan too.
Yeah, same with that. Like I'm saying that.
This is gonna be the death of me, bro. Pre gonna walk into our nice
Okay, let's
like
just say let's just put
3-bedroom
a
house.
one.
He's gonna see me hanging from the noose on top.
This was
Anyways,
my plan all this time, Pre. This was my plan. I'm going to let you die by boredom. This was my plan
He got
all
beef
along.
with
You-
me.
I'ma
you
just
die by
leave
boredom.
then. What the fuck? Yeah, I ain't judging this.
Okay,
Exactly.
we're getting off topic, bro. Okay, so y'all agreed on the low relativity thing, but you guys don't
Yes.
agree on the other
No,
person.
I'm agreeing on it. Valley is not agreeing on it. That's the thing.
No,
I'm just
Well,
saying.
yeah,
I'm saying this like
of
20
course you
times
would
right
agree to your own scaling. I would hope so.
now.
I agree to the low.
That's like, bro, that's like if a nigga in court was like, yeah, I do think my client didn't murder him after all. Yeah, I'd hope so. Y'all already know he agreed to the low relativity. You can't backtrack with that. I get what he's saying, but he
Too bad.
misinterpreted
Too
your
bad, buddy.
argument. He basically is strawmanning. But it's whatever, bro. So y'all don't agree on the who? I don't even know anything about One Piece, bro.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, we need
Well,
to.
actually,
Okay.
that's not
Okay.
true. I know something
Okay.
about One Piece. Okay, so do you have any more scaling?
Okay. We
For
talked
AP?
about speed and AP now. They're both of them. Ace got both
Well,
of them.
he needs to do his AP scaling, and he needs to get that shit done quick.
Oh yeah. True. Okay. Valley. Hope.
All right, so like I
So-
said earlier, Doflamingo and Crocodile are relative. We agree on that, right?
Yes. Well, but here's the thing. Like, does that Doflamingo comparable to his like Dressrosa like Doflamingo? That's the thing. If
Obvi-
that Doflamingo is
obvi-
comparable, that Yamato is comparable to like current Wanata is comparable to Ace's flashback Wanata in that case.
Yeah, obviously this is not Dressrosa Dofi. This is Marineford Dofi. This is way before. But okay, so Crocodile is relative to Doflamingo. Doflamingo cut off one of Orz's legs. Orz is way above the giant vice admirals. He literally like destroys them with no he just destroys them with no F at all. Like not destroys, but he like overwhelms a majority of them, like a lot of them with no effort at all. So we can say that Orz is above the giant vice admirals. Now
No shit.
Yeah. Now Vista, who had, in the anime, he had a prolonged, fight with Mihawk. You could say Mihawk was holding back and he wasn't like holding his ground. Yes,
Definitely.
But even then, in the Zoro fight, Mihawk is holding back significantly. He says himself, I don't pull out cannons to hunt rabbits. So obviously he's holding back, but he's still using Yoru. So you can still say like Vista is at the minimum like low relative. There's no reason for him to use there's no reason for him to like not use Yoru here. No, there's no reason for him to like use Yoru here if Vista wasn't at the minimum low relative. Even Mihawk like acknowledges Vista's like fame and says, "Oh, only an ignoramus wouldn't ignore you." And Vista is shown to like block a vice admiral.
Hold on. Wait, dude, can you pause real quick? I won't be that too long. Hold up. Pause for a second.
What do you say?
Just I give him a minute.
You said what?
He said to give him a minute.
Okay. Is he doing something?
Hell if I know. He could be beating
Sorry,
his
my
shit
dog
right now.
just my dog threw up on the carpet. Okay, keep on.
Okay. So yeah, Vista is shown in the manga to be not be at least at the minimum low relative with Mihawk, right? And Dofla
Yeah.
and this same Vista had to have another Whitebeard pirate help him block one of the Vice Admiral's attacks. Now, durability is one thing. Like from direct attacks, durability is one thing, but Ors
They're not
gets
on.
what was that?
No, nothing. I'm just saying. I mean, not on durability, so don't go into that too much.
You said what about durability?
I said you guys aren't really on durability yet. You have to finish your AP. So
Yeah.
don't go
I mean,
too in depth.
durability goes with attack bonus if I'm not wrong. Like
I'm
it
not
goes with attack bonus.
Only
I'm not
somewhat.
durability. I'm talking about how Ors one shot. What's his face? Ors got
Most one-
but he took
I think those things are like captain level Vice Admiral. No, they're like Vice Admiral level. Those giants, if I remember correctly,
the Giants.
like Vice Admiral level, if I remember correctly. I could be wrong here.
The giant vice admirals. You say they're like similar to the small vice admirals in power.
Kinda.
Okay, so
Kinda is.
okay, so you agree with that, right? Or's low diffs all of these like giant vice admirals are like he overwhelms them a significant amount. No one who's like, if you're stronger than someone, you're not gonna get overwhelmed by them, even if you're bigger than them. Whitebeard has shown this. His giant ass ship was flying towards him, and he stopped it with like one hand. He didn't get overwhelmed with it just because it was bigger. I mean, it's an inanimate object, but still that's there. And like I said earlier, Jozu is at the minimum low relative with Mihawk, and Jozu needed help.
Vista, you mean?
Oh yeah, Vista. My bad. And Vista is at low relative with Mihawk, and it was shown in this panel. Hold up, it's taking a while to load. In this panel, that Vista needed help from another he needed help from another Whitebeard pirate to block this vice admiral attack. Let me show you this. Hold up, it's taking a while. So using all this evidence, we can prove that since Dofi is like way above Ors, and Croc is relative to Dofi, we can prove that Croc is at the minimum in this arc low relative to Mihawk, which would make him around that level that you put Ace at, because Mihawk is probably relative or stronger than the admirals.
Oh no, he is. Well, like full power Mihawk is definitely above any admirals.
Yeah,
at least in like post time skip. At least in.
Yeah, but this stamina kind of
was able to block Akainu, so yes. Like no, Shanks was able to block Akainu's attack, so yes, Mihawk is definitely above.
Yeah, like over here, like Vista blocks Lons' attack. Lons only takes damage again from Ors. We don't see any injuries from Lons. So Vista's probably like blanket relative with Lons over here, and Vista is at least blanket relative to Lons over here, and Ors is way above Lons. Doflamingo is above Ors. Crocodile is relative to Ors. So at the minimum, Crocodile is like low relative to Mihawk, because he's above someone who's the low relative.
You're saying that low relative Mihawk is above low relative Akainu. You're saying that?
Huh?
So you're saying low relative is above low relative? No, what the fuck? Let me repeat again. So you're saying low relative Mihawk is greater than role relative Akainu. You're saying that?
Yes.
Okay, I gotta say 3 things for you. 1, Ace is above Vista. 2, Akainu, it's not even role relative. It's literally fucking like Mihawk is not going all out. Like put it 1 minute. Like watch this scene and put it in 1 minute. Like Mihawk is not trying to kill Vista or anything. It's not even role relative. Like Mihawk is not going all out there at all. Like watch this scene and put it in 1 minute. He's saying like, "Yo, can I see your one of that attack?" And it's like, "Sure, like that." They weren't even going all out. Like whereas like Akainu was like bloodlusted. He was trying to murder. That's the 2. Wait, why is it 3? And the last thing is that I'm retarded. I'm
That
done.
nigga did not have 3 points. I'm dead, bro.
I don't know why I said
I'm
3
dead,
points.
bro.
Just because over here, I'm gonna first address how you said, oh, Mihawk wanted to, ask Vista, like, let me show me your swordsmanship of the blade or whatever, or of the flowers or whatever, like freaking Vista's stupid Habari flowers. Anyways, yeah, that doesn't really prove anything. In the Egghead arc, Kizaru says, oh, so this is the thing you do, and all that other stuff, like, and you can kind of say that's like in a similar manner here, like, Mihawk is asking Vista to show him something. Kizaru's like, oh, so this is what you do. Like, just because you want to see what someone does doesn't mean you'll...
Wait, who?
No.
Like Kizaru? Who's okay? First of all, it like that doesn't mean imply to Kizaru at all. You can clearly, and second of all, again, Ace is still above Vista. We all know that.
You can't really prove that.
What the fuck if the
Wait,
Yonko
can you
Commander?
prove that? Can you prove that?
Fuck Yonko Commander ranking, buddy. Like the lower the numbers are weakest, the higher the numbers are like the strongest. That's how it works.
They're young. The way they rank the commanders is not by strength. Ace took the first commander because he was because that was a vacant spot, not because he's stronger than Vista. Marco, I'm pretty sure it's a Whitebeard that says this in the flashback. Let me get the scan.
Yeah, you're seeing the fight, right? Like the whole fight is like Mihawk's just not going all up. You can see the fight, right?
Yeah, but at the minimum, since Mihawk has like Yoru out, and he's not showing killing intent with everyone, but he's like, what if he throws a sword slash? He threw it at Mr. One, that nigga dead. He threw it at and then he's fighting with Vista. Like Vista's obviously above Mr. One, but like Mihawk's not killing him, so it's at the minimum low relativity, even if Mihawk's holding back.
Oh my god, Pre, can you say something?
What?
Oh my god.
Oh
god.
I mean, okay. So basically, bro,
Wait, didn't Mihawk use the like Yoro against Zoro in there?
Oh yeah, that was to show respect. He says it.
Yeah, same with this thing.
Yeah, but like
he's showing respect. Free, you think that he's respecting Mihawk? I mean, he's respecting Vista right now.
Yeah, he's acknowledging his strengths.
Yeah, but he's not going all out.
Yeah, I didn't say he was going all out. He's acknowledging his strengths.
And second of all, if you say like, okay, even if you say Ace is not like ranked, Marco is above Vista, right? We all can agree, right?
Yeah, Marco's probably above Vista.
Marco is comparable to likes of King and Queen, right?
Okay, but that's in post time skip.
Post time skip, I know, but and yeah, that means like Vista, like the power difference between like actual Mihawk and like Yonko Commander, not even first Commander, but Yonko Commander level. The power difference between a Yonko and the Yonko Commander, right?
It kind of varies because like you can say
actually you're right. It's post time skip. It's post time skip writing issue.
Post time skip, and even in post time skip, it kind of varies because Ben Beckman is said to be like relative to Shanks in some data books. Zoro has pretty relative portrayal to Luffy. Like it depends.
Not in Wano, but in Egghead. Like not in Wano, but in Egghead. In Wano, like Zoro and Luffy's not close.
In Egghead, Zoro Luffy's not close.
No. In Wano, Zoro and Luffy's not close, but in Egghead, they're pretty close. In Egghead, they're pretty close.
In Wano, I mean, I'd beg to differ. Zoro, did not one shot. He did significant damage to King when he was on his Flames on mode.
And yet, the speed and strength is still like you remember. Drunken Kaido is like way powerful than the previous like Kaido stages. Like there's no reason to compare that version of Zoro to like that version of Luffy yet. Although Egghead is close to these two.
So pretty much y'all are just stuck on the point that if it's
Okay, Free, listen, okay, Veli, shut up for a second. Shut up for a minute.
Alright.
Free, you've seen the fight, right? You've seen the fight, right?
Vista versus Mihawk, you're talking about?
Yeah.
I'm aware of both your points. Don't worry. Veli is
The thing
saying
is
that due to the fight that they hold role relativity, and you're saying basically no, it's more of a respect thing. It doesn't really show.
Yeah,
much
like
of
Mihawk's not going all like yes, that's what I'm saying. Like even if like Mihawk didn't use Mihawk used Yoro on Zoro by the way to respect, and here Mihawk is want to see like Vista's like sword technique, which is definitely a respect over here, not going all out. Same thing we did to Zoro there.
I mean, this point is gonna go on forever, so I guess I kind of have to step in.
Thank you.
I guess what I'll say is, do you have any way to quantify like how much that
It's like trying to
Mihawk was
quantify
trying value?
it's like trying to quantify Budokai Goku Cell Saga.
Because I'm not gonna lie, for MRG was able to, obviously get a higher assertion based on the fact that what's his name? I forget.
Yes, Kano. You can just say admirals. Like any admirals are comparable with each other in the sea.
Obviously he said he's bloodlusted, which is obviously an assertion that
He was bloodlusted. He was trying to kill, like no respect, no holding back, just straight up murder.
So, like, based on the fight, do you have like any assertions that you can make to maybe quantify how much Mihawk is trying? Otherwise, this will just go on forever.
So first of all, okay, there's a whole debate.
No, I'm asking him. He has to answer me.
I mean, he and me can agree on like, well, like the Yonko and like Admiral's like level difference, right? Like a bunch of video made about it.
Yonko's an admiral level difference. It depends. Like Shanks is probably stronger than some of the admirals, but
I mean, we've seen Shanks was like it really like blocked the Kane's attack easily, and Shanks and Mihawk is somewhat relative with each other, not equal.
Yeah.
Okay. Mihawk is,
I mean, I don't really care for any of this. I'm gonna just ask again, and I need an answer. Veli, do you have any way to?
Hey, let me give you
like,
the power
an
here.
assertion. Hold on. Do you have any way to give like an assertion or anything about how much Mihawk is trying, or anything like that?
Yeah, they fight for a while, and Mihawk is using Yoru. Using Yoru is a sign of respect. He wouldn't use Yoru against any like weak or feeble opponent, and even if he did, he would one-shot them. He showed that against Mr. One. So him versus Vista using Yoru for a prolonged period of time is at the minimum low relativity. The only reason why they stopped fighting is because they were gonna blast the inside of the walls with like cannons with the pacifistas, and not because Mihawk wasn't, not because like Vista was like overwhelming Mihawk or like whatever the agenda BS is saying. That's the only reason why the fight stopped. So yes, it shows that Mihawk.
See, now we're getting somewhere. That's good. Do you have anything to say about that?
Can you repeat the whole thing again? I didn't hear what you said. I was kind of focused on different things. Can you repeat the whole thing? Sorry. I'm my bad. My bad.
Okay, since Mihawk is using Yoru, that is a sign of respect. Anyone that cannot, fight against Yoru for a prolonged period of time is nowhere near Mihawk's level. The only person to show this in, the only people to show this in Marineford are Crocodile. Oh no, assumedly Crocodile. I'm not gonna like stand on that. But assumedly Crocodile because he clashed with him. We don't see any damage later. And Vista fights him for a prolonged period of time in the anime. And the only reason why they stop fighting is because they kind of have to, unless they're gonna get blown up by the pacifistas. So yeah, that shows that Vista is at the minimum low relative with Mihawk.
Okay, now it's my turn, right?
Okay.
Yes, you can go ahead and counter whatever.
Now, okay, if we talk about a crocodile blocking Mihawk's attack, Mihawk's attack is like the way you said it. Like it depends on who he's targeting. Like we definitely seen that. We seen with Jozu. We seen with like Crocodile's henchman. You know, like the guy who can turn into steel.
Yeah, Mr. One.
Like we seen, yeah, Mr. One. Like Mihawk. Like okay, let me show you the scene. Free hold up. Let me show you the scene. It's Mr. One.
The debate is gonna end in 30 minutes. By the way, I just wanted to throw that out.
Shit.
Yeah, so y'all gotta get something together quick. I mean, at the end of the
Okay,
day, if
so-
it does somehow just end on AP, you guys get like no other scaling. I'll just have to give the point to someone. But I'd suggest you get some kind of underscaling in, guys, or else it's gonna
Okay,
be very bad.
okay. I put it in the scan right now, and Mihawk's attack was blocked by Mr. One. Mr. One is weaker than Luffy here, at least in terms of like raw power.
Yeah.
And Mr. One was able to block Mihawk's attack, even though he's weaker than Luffy. And later on, Mihawk one shots that. Like Mihawk has that like a target issue type of attack potency he has.
Yeah. So when he's actually fighting with someone though, if you can withstand Yoru when he's actually fighting, he like shows respect. And even over here, he just in speech, he says, "Nice to meet you, Hawkeye Mihawk." And then he says, "You know me," because before Mihawk acknowledged him. And Mihawk even says, "Only an ignoramus wouldn't know you." Ignoramus basically just means like an idiot. So he's like acknowledging Vista's like popularity here. So he doesn't think Vista is like any super weak opponent, and Vista, clashes with him with Yoru. So yeah, this proves that Vista is at the minimum low relativity with Mihawk. And we showed earlier that Vista needed help trying to block an attack from Vice Admiral Lons. Let me show the panel again. And Vice Admiral Lons here was getting overwhelmed by ores. And he was getting overwhelmed by ores. And ores is, he got speed blitzed in one shot by Doflamingo. So, that shows that. And Doflamingo's relative with Crocodile. So that shows that, at the minimum, Dofi is. Oh, not Dofi. Crocodile is, above Vista, who is low relative to Mihawk. So he's in the middle, like, I don't know, probably like middle relative to like low relativity with Mihawk. And that proves that, he's stronger than Ace, because Ace showed low relativity to Admiral. And, Mihawk is stronger than the Admiral.
You can say all that in your conclusion, but...
Okay, here's the thing. Okay, Frey, you watched the Mihawk versus Mr. One, right?
I'll watch it right now.
Okay, you see that Mihawk was able to Mr. One is able to like block Mihawk's attack, right?
Give me a second. I have to pull it up.
Okay, and second of all,
Yeah,
like
he
Zoro,
blocked- he
Mihawk
blocked-
used Zoro on Zoro because he respected it, and second of all, blocking that attack means nothing. Like if you understand the context, Mihawk is not going all out. Like he wasn't going all out in this whole fight. Like,
Okay,
if
that's
he
a
all-
straw
like,
man.
all-
That's just a hold on. You're straw manning because he never said that he was going all out. He's only arguing for low relativity, so it don't really matter. if
Yeah,
he's
the
going all out.
row relativity. Okay, there's like some certain degree of row relativity because it's not like equal with each other. Like sometimes 5% of its power, sometimes 20% of its power. Like you
So
can
both
agree on
agree
that.
on low. So you agree on the low relativity for him, or
No.
is it
Here's
just-
the thing. Like you can clearly see Mihawk is not like going all out. Difference is that Akainu was going all out. He was bloodlusted. He was trying to kill.
Yeah.
Mihawk is
I
like,
get what you're
respected.
saying. I'm just asking you, do you or do you not agree there's some level of row relativity between Mihawk and whatever his
I
name is,
agree, but it's not as like power difference between like Ace or like Akainu that type of like difference in it.
Yeah,
It's just
that can just go on to conclude.
yeah, like I said,
When you make your
5%
conclusions,
power.
you can just say that.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank God we're finally past AP. Unless he has anything more to say, I don't know what other scaling bro would possibly have that's better than the Mihawk shit. Is that all you have?
Yeah.
Oh, thank God. Okay. Because
Now
one
it's
of
done,
y'all
right? Like
niggas was, I'm not gonna say who, right? Because I'm not giving the verdict yet. But if y'all don't scale durability, one of y'all is very fucked.
durability
So,
goes with attack policy now. Yeah, right,
no,
Veli?
it doesn't always scale 1-to-1.
Like,
You
it's
still
hard to say,
need,
like,
you still need some sort of durability. I mean, again, it just does not scale 1-to-1. Not all the time.
but that's complicated because they barely got killed, they barely got attacked, and Ace got one shot by Kano in like one scene. Crocodile got barely any damage other than getting punched by Jozu.
I mean, does anyone want to
Like in this
scale
scene, there's
anything
been,
else? I mean,
I
if
mean,
you think
durability.
that,
Veli, do you have any durability feats like outside from attack policy?
like, yeah, if you want to scale any of that, like, I get what you're saying that, like, oh, well, AP has some sort of, scaling to durability because you have to be able to withstand the amount of force that you put down. That's just basic in biology. But again, having other durability feats is still important. So if
I mean, it's
anyone
just
wants
hands down
to,
to what?
I'm just gonna ask, does anyone want to like give any separate durability feats? Any
Well, here's the thing. Like Crocodile got like kind of like got hit by Jozu and like quite a lot of like blood dropped by Jozu, and
I
Ace got one
mean,
shot by
you're not
Kano.
really doing Crocodile, so just focus on.
Hey, wait. Can I ask you? Is Ace like okay? That's more of a tech point. But is Ace like tanking? Like punching a Kano's Red Dog is durability feat? Because I don't think it is.
This is not really important.
Yeah.
Veli, do you have any more durability feats you want to give other than just the AP thing? Cause not gonna lie, bro, not gonna get you much points.
Okay, I have one. So when Jozu uses Brilliant Punk on Crocodile, hold up. I'm pretty sure it's a similar attack.
Yeah, he does hit the Crocodile with it.
Hold up. Yeah, when Jozu uses Brilliant Punk on Crocodile, which Crocodile noticed. Hold up, let me freaking find the panel. Crocodile did notice it. I'll acknowledge that. Hold up. Where's the freaking panel of freaking Jozu slamming Aokiji? It's hard to find. Do you have it?
Wait, you're saying Joju slamming Aokiji or Aokiji slamming Jozu?
Jozu like slamming Aokiji, like he just like slams into Aokiji, tackles him like football tackle.
Rather, like Aokiji went Logia mode, he went his elemental mode and gone through. Are you talking Marco versus Aokiji?
No, I'm talking about Jozu versus Aokiji because, okay, let me show you this. So, this isn't a named attack. I'm not gonna go over here and say, oh, since it's not a named attack, it doesn't mean it's as, powerful because, even if an attack isn't named, it can still be powerful.
Low relative, I guess. I mean, some sort of power.
Like, we've seen Law do K-Room without saying he did K-Room. And, just because he didn't name the attack doesn't mean it's like a less powerful K-Room. But, okay, over here. So, Kuzan does Ice Block. He's focused on Whitebeard. And then, the little dash, that's Jozu. He comes in. We don't know if Jozu said, like, just name the attack off screen. But Aokiji does bleed from this. Despite him using his Logia powers, he does bleed from this. And over here, hold up. Let me show you the panel of Crocodile noticing Jozu before Jozu slams into him. Right here. So, right here. Hold up. Let me just. Jozu uses.
Should I show you the scene because the Joju punching Crocodile?
He doesn't punch him. He elbows him. So over here, Crocodile's, not fully focused, but like Aokiji, he does notice Jozu is there. And he does draw blood from similar areas. We don't know if he braced for the attack. Like he did. It looks like he turned around on the panel, but like, he bleeds from like a very similar area that.
Although a little bit more blood, though. Actually, kind of more blood.
Yeah, obviously more blood, but it's not. It's only on the face. We don't see like blood like spewing out from his guts or whatever. Like this attack affected. Obviously, this attack affected Crocodile more, but it affected like Kuzan too. So I just wanted to throw that out. Like the same attack from Jozu, was able to make Crocodile and Kuzan bleed. So this attack has the AP to hurt an admiral and hurt Crocodile at similar levels. Because after this, Crocodile does throw what's his face, Doflamingo and Jozu off the no, he just throw them away with his sand powers. And he's about to attack Jozu too. So, I just wanted to say that. So, this brilliant punk move proves that Crocodile's, we were talking about durability, right? Crocodile's durability is at least low relative to an admiral's.
Okay.
Okay, nice. Do y'all agree on that?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, that's good. Y'all want to scale any hacks? Anything
Well,
else?
in terms of elemental advantage, Crocodile has it.
Okay, so let me just give that to Crocodile.
I want to say one thing about hacks. If Crocodile, it's implied that he has hockey over here because
armor.
Yeah, ornament.
Right,
If he
armor.
grabs Ace and just rings him out, Ace is dead. Like, or if Crocodile like stabs Ace with his like poison hook, Ace is dead.
If he, like, there's also speed difference to it.
Yeah, if he does, if potential man, but if that happens, then Ace is basically dead if Crocodile like rings him out. But like, I just want to say that for hacks.
Okay, so things in agreement. Everyone pretty much agreed on everything. Do y'all want to go to conclusions now?
Before that, I just want to say, stamina. Ace was able to fight a whole week against Jinbei. I just want to say that.
Okay.
More than 4 days.
So
I just want to say that in terms of stamina.
I'll give that consideration. Okay. So do you guys want to go to conclusions?
All right.
Yes.
Just for stamina, even after bleeding from that attack.
I guess not.
Sorry. Even after bleeding from that attack that Jozu sent at him, Crocodile was ready to like fight back, as you can see in the bottom of the second to last panel I post. He was ready to fight back after bleeding, which Kuzan, he didn't because he just didn't want to, I guess. But I just wanted to show that for stamina. Like he can get up from Brilliant Punk faster than Kuzan can.
Alrighty. I'll take that into consideration. So I'm assuming that means you guys
By
are
the way,
ready.
does Crocodile has Conqueror's Haki? Because if I remember, he doesn't.
Oh.
Like, he doesn't have, right?
It can be implied. It can be implied because.
Wait, no,
okay.
Post time skip definitely has. Post time skip, but during this actually.
Wait, what do you say?
During the main part, but like the post time skip might have it.
Yeah, but like, it is implied that he has hockey here because Doflamingo cuts him, or at least observation hockey because he noticed Jozu about to attack him even though he couldn't even see him in that area, and so that's like at least observation hockey. And for
Ace
ornament,
might have observation hockey too if I show you one scene. Although it's hard to say whether it's observation also. Wait, let me show you.
All right. No, Ace is just confirmed to have observation in the Ace novels, I'm pretty sure.
Oh yeah. In the Weaver card, yeah.
And for the ornament over here in this panel, I'm gonna show this.
Yes,
okay, so Jozu
in the chapter 8.
Okay.
Wait. Over here in this panel, Crocodile cuts at Kainu when hold up. Crocodile
Right now
cuts at
you're hold on. I just
he's
want to
about
confirm.
to
Right now you're establishing Conqueror's Honky stuff.
No, I'm establishing Ornament. This is not Conqueror's Hockey. Ornament just allows you to hit other Logias. If both these guys don't have Ornament, they can't hit each other. That's just how Ornament Hockey works. But
Oh, okay. I mean,
so over here, when Crocodile does this attack at a Kainu, obviously a Kainu dodges it, but it cuts a Kainu in half. Now, as mentioned earlier, sand just turns into glass after it's heated up after a while. Akainu is probably hotter than that, but it can be assumed that Akainu formed his body around the sand because how high the sand is going. So yeah, he probably just straight up just has Ornament Hockey. And Luffy has defeated. If you want to say, oh, he doesn't have Ornament Hockey because before when he fought Luffy, all that stuff. But Luffy has defeated opponents with Ornament Hockey in the pre-time skip because Rob Lucci had Hockey. A Viva card confirms
A really
this.
weak hockey, actually. He had a really weak
Yeah, Crocodile probably has Ornament Hockey, so I would like to say that.
Okay. Okay, so I think it's done now.
Yeah, we're done.
Oh wait. Also, Mera, the Ace's fruit is the strongest Logia fruit. I want to say, okay, done.
Ace's fruit is the strongest Logia,
Or maybe the rarest, if I'm wrong.
Do you have a scan for that? Because the debate's about to end in
Yes.
7.
Yes.
Show me.
Yes, I do. It's not maybe the strongest, but it's the rarest one.
I get hit with another one.
Hold up. It's in the Dressrosa's gladiator scene. It says the Mera is the rarest fruit. Hold up. Although you can actually, it doesn't really matter to this. You can actually make the conclusion.
Yeah, I'm ready to, because there's statements saying that Blackbeard has the strongest Logia. No, Anel has the strongest Logia.
Yeah, actually, it's actually rarest, not strongest. It's rarest.
Just go to conclusions.
Okay, you can go on the conclusion now.
Okay. So Vale, we can start with your conclusion.
What do you say?
I thought you were supposed to
You
make.
can do your conclusion now. You start, Veli. You know how to do one, right?
So do I just compile all the speed, the AP, and the other things?
Yes.
Okay.
And then you give a little short thing on why you think you won. It's like a court hearing. You know how at the end of the court hearing you give your little,
Okay. So for speed, I already proved it earlier. Magellan's speed is over, Blackbeard's speed. Blackbeard's speed is relative to Ace's speed, and then Gear 2 Luffy's speed is at the minimum above or relative to Magellan's speed, and Croc's speed is relative to Gear 2 Luffy. So that proves that Crocodile is faster than Ace. In terms of AP, Crocodile has shown to being able to be equal with Doflamingo, who has the power to withhold very strong opponents like Jozu. If Doflamingo can withhold you in his strings, that means he is stronger than you. If you break out of the strings, that means Doflamingo is weaker than you. Jozu was not able to break out of the strings. Therefore, Crocodile's AP is higher than Jozu's. Jozu has showings of hurting admirals. Ace doesn't, so that shows that Crocodile is above Ace in AP. And for durability, Crocodile was able to Crocodile took damage from Jozu, which made him bleed a lot, but he recovered just like Kuzan did. But he was also ready to fight again, unlike Kuzan. That he's a low relative.
Not even low, actually. Kind of relative, actually.
You can't debate the conclusion. So
No, I'm agreeing on him.
Oh, you don't have to agree to his conclusion. That would just lead to
So that's
just
to Kuzan's Dura. Alright, so
is
you
that
you
just
go.
okay?
go.
So in terms of speed, we seen that Ace was able to react to like some item rounds like Aokiji and Akane. We see in the both like fighting scene, his like punching speed was comparable to both of them, and his attack was comparable. And also Marco is somewhat little bit comparable to Ace, who Marco was able to fight with Kizaru, who is the fastest character in the anime. Now I know Kizaru was speed blades Ace, but still he's somewhat really low relative in terms of speed at least. Really low. And in terms of attack potency, we've seen that Ace can somewhat like hold his own against like Akainu and Aokiji for a bit, and like similar characters like Jinbei and Marka can also like somewhat do similar thing. And in terms of durability, sadly he got one shot by Akainu through a chest. Although he did took multiple hits from Blackbeard, the same Blackbeard who can also damage Whitebeard.
Okay.
And he has a stamina that can fight 4 days to 7 days. And he has the rarest Logia fruit. He also have all 3 hakis, that's it.
Okay. Okay, I'm not gonna lie, bro. I'm not used to judging debates on One Piece topics at all. I won't lie to no one here. I've only read through One Piece once, and this
Get
was
Tyler
after
over here. Get
ago.
the chopper motherfucker gun over here.
But to be honest, it's way closer than I thought it was gonna be
Yeah,
based
exactly.
off the start.
Yeah, like we said.
To be honest, after considering everything, I think, I think I'll probably give it to Veli. I mean, I think that MRG took speed. I think he just took it easily. I'm not gonna lie.
And attack bonusy.
But when it came to like AP, the thing that kind of got Veli over to me, because I was also reading the manga while judging this. Also talked to like a few people about like the characters, so I'm like, somewhat in knowledge of their scaling in a fair way. Um, it seems that he did bring up Shanks and how all that stuff, which is good for his argument because Shanks changed skills to a lot of other people, which ended up giving him AP. I think that he slightly, very slightly, like, took durability, and then MRG took stamina. So it's like pretty close. But I'd say that I'm leaning a bit towards Veli,
But
which
didn't
of
attack
course,
bonusy goes to Ace, isn't it?
huh?
Didn't attack bonusy goes to Ace?
No. I gave it to Veli because I was reading up on some stuff, and also I just asked a few people who do One Piece some questions, and based on the arguments made,
You mean the Mihawk?
yeah, Mihawk, and
Didn't
then
I debunk
obviously
that last
there's
time? I just
the
gave you a debunk statement over here. Like not going all out, like respect, like even pre-time skips are in
yeah.
Mihawk.
I know about all that. I took all of that into consideration. It's just that still regardless, based on everything else that I got, at least from the assertions and from reading and from talking to people outside, um, I'm just giving it a bit to Veli. I think it just has more assertion. It just seems Shanks and Mihawk just obviously scale to more people, and it ends up getting his argument a bit further. There is a lot that could have been done, like to counter this. The way you guys argue is kind of weird. Like, I don't know why you guys, when you're arguing something, will be like, yeah, well, you could also argue. Like, don't give other people arguments to use against you. That's like if I'm in a court hearing and I'm like, yeah, you could also say that my client was, his alibi was like this suspicious. Like, you wouldn't want to do that. is really like a throw up in the air, and this is like if I had to like give it, it's like 9 to like 10. It's like a 1 point difference because you guys both took categories. You guys both were able to fight against each other's arguments.
So it's just hands down still, like it's just a guts type of choose. Like it's in my guts type of choose.
No, not really guts. I'm going based off stuff. It's just, you know, based on stuff. You know, like the series itself, the arguments made. It's not just a gut feeling. That's just But to be honest, I'll probably have someone else review the tape because I'm pretty sure it's recorded. So someone else can also give their take on it because again, I'm not the most knowledgeable One Piece guy.
Yeah, all right, that's fine.
Well, this answer is just the final, or it can change.
It can change. I'm gonna ask Rico to send me the tape and then I'll
Okay,
try
that's a
to
lot
see
of
if
cutting.
anyone else
That's a
will
lot.
listen to it to also give their input. Because again, I'm not really a One Piece guy. I don't know why they made me judge this. I'm sorry. This is torture to me. I don't like any One Piece character besides Chopper. The only One Piece character I actually know about. So yeah, that's why I'm gonna give the tape over and see if Gohan can say anything, because Gohan knows One Piece way better. But they made me judge this. And based on my judging, that's my verdict. See ya.
All right, good debate, man. You did good. I like the
Yep.
the ace and the kind of thing. I didn't even think of that. Like that was actually pretty good.
I never even think about durability there. Like I fucking because Ace got fucking one shot by Kano there.